everyone. This is the Rocky Mountain High Priestess, and I wanted to just jump on here and talk a little bit about the energies that are around and some of the astrology that is happening as well. And there is a little bit of some tension and you could say hostility also that is going on with the energies that are in the collective. And I think that there is a lot of friction that's going on because a lot of people have a hard time changing and being comfortable with making moves and making changes sometimes in different directions and into unknown territory. And in a lot of ways, this energy is happening with the collective. And a lot of us are moving into different directions with our careers and with our relationships. And so this can bring up challenges because we're also finding ways that we're being triggered by these things that are coming up. And since Pluto moved into Aquarius, we have been sensing this new energy that is in the collective. And the Aquarius energy is about groups of people. It is about humanity as a whole. And so I think that we are also becoming more sensitive to all of the energy that is in the collective. And we're also tuning into our own energy and feeling the triggers, which are coming up so that we can work with them and find ways to overcome these triggers so that we can heal our wounds. And by doing this, we're able to send that healing and that light into the collective that helps everyone heal and learn how to raise their frequency at this time. And I also sense that because Pluto hasn't moved completely into Aquarius, we are still dealing with some of the energies of Capricorn. When Pluto was in Capricorn, we have been experiencing a lot of the systems breaking down and transforming around us. One of the aspects of Pluto that I have been connecting with is, as Pluto was in Capricorn, it was easier to compartmentalize some of these energies. And while structures were breaking down, there still was a certain compartment that these energies of a Capricorn were able to fill. But when Aquarian energy is experienced, there isn't as much of a separation because Aquarian energy is about unity and bringing things together, bringing groups of people together. So it's more about unity. And when we're breaking down these containers, if this energy hasn't been properly managed, that's when the energies of Pluto that are associated with outrages and outbreaks can happen. So being able to shepherd these energies is helpful. As we're able to shepherd these energies, we can check into them and see which way they're being headed. And and also pace the energies so that we're able to check in with them and nurture them so that they don't become as overwhelming and more likely to turn into an outrage or an outbreak. I also was picking up that with Pluto in Aquarius, you do have to be aware of peer pressure. And it is still very important to connect with yourself because Aquarian energy is also connected to the authentic self. And since we still have the sun in Aries, we are also incorporating the I am I, and we're still incorporating a lot of the energies around sovereignty and freedom. So we're discovering our authentic selves and how we can incorporate them that makes sense to us and that also helps us find more freedom in our life and also can help us shine, because Aquarian energy is connected to starlight. And the opposite of Aquarius energy, the Leo sign, is also about being in the spotlight and allowing yourself to shine from your heart. Today, the moon started off in Leo, and it created a grand fixed cross with the North Node in Taurus, the South Node in Scorpio, and Pluto in Aquarius. So I think that some of us are feeling the wounding that we still have around our own self-love and our self-worth. And we may also be trying to figure out how to really let our authentic selves shine at this time. And being around the right people is also very important, because when we're around the right people, that helps support our starlight or our inner glow, and we're able to let that shine out into the rest of the collective and into the rest of the world. But if we're around the wrong people, and if we feel like we have to hide certain aspects of ourselves to be accepted, or if we just feel like we're not as creative or happy around certain people, then those are signs that you should look at the people that you're hanging out with and really determine and discern if they're the right people that you want around you. So peer pressure can also be an aspect of this Pluto and Aquarius energy. And knowing that when you are connected to your heart center, you also connect more with your authentic self. Another one of the Plutonian aspects is also connected to nuclear fission. And this energy is very powerful because it is the action of destruction and creation. So in a way, there could be many things that are coming to an end, and there can be many new beginnings that are starting too. And as we're taking this time to explore these new energies, we are in a new space with ourselves and with the people and everything that is around us. It's a good time to ask questions, and it's a good time to take a closer look at things that are triggering you. And there could be wounds that need some tending. And I think that as the full moon is getting closer, which is on April 5th here in the mountains, and I think this full moon in Libra is also going to really escalate some of these energies where if you are being peer pressured and if you're afraid to stand up for yourself, then it is easy to get swept away and possibly become lost in other directions that aren't going to be as helpful as when you're tuned in to your authentic self. And that is going to help you see what makes sense and what is connected to your heart. And being able to move into the direction that is more connected to these skills and talents that are going to help others and not just yourself. We're finding ways to help each other, and we're also finding ways to become more united. And you may find that you'll be letting go of friendships, that there could be a lot of shifting behind your relationships with this full moon in Libra. As you raise your vibration, you may be letting go of people that have lower vibrations. And as long as you continue to stay heart-centered and really shepherd your energy and watch out for it, then it is going to help you be more mindful of the new relationships you're forming and the new directions that you're moving in. When I was getting downloads on making this video, I was remembering when I practice Reiki and I practice shamanic journeys, there is a technique that I like to do to help protect myself against psychic attacks and lower vibrations. And I was being guided to share this with you in case you do feel a psychic attack or some lower vibrations that are around you. And keep in mind that when you do raise your frequency, that a lot of the time lower vibrations, they do become more drawn to you and more attracted to you. And so as you do develop a higher frequency, you have to learn how to protect yourself against the lower ones. So I have learned this technique that I'm going to share with you. And if you do like this video, please give it a thumbs up so that I know you value this information and that it is helpful for you. That always helps me learn what kind of content that you find interesting, because there are many things that I could focus on, but these energies came up to me today and I was guided to talk about some of these things. And when I move into a space, when I am feeling some lower vibrations or feeling some psychic attacks, basically, I always surround myself with love because love is the highest frequency, When you are able to be in the frequency of unconditional love, lower vibrations are not able to exist. So I like to surround the room that I'm in with love by sending light. And there's other ways. You could use flowers, you could use bubbles, sparkles, whatever resonates with you that brings that loving vibration into the space. So I just send it out into the space. And then I pull that energy within my space. So I pull in the frequency of love into my being. And then I concentrate on my heart center. And I imagine unconditional love just flowing into my heart center and every part of my being aligning with the frequency of unconditional love. And if I do see an aspect of a lower vibration, I tell it that I am sending it love and that I only work with the love and light of God. And by aligning myself with unconditional love, you are not able to be here at this time. So that is just one of the ways that I connect with myself and fight or also protect myself against psychic attacks or any lower frequencies that I may pick up. And I just wanted to share that with you. And I am also in the process of publishing my first book. For those of you that are just meeting me, I moved to Colorado about 7 years ago because I was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. And one of my guides and my intuition told me that I needed to move to Colorado and use cannabis to fight cancer. So I did, and I ended up having a healing journey throughout Colorado. And part of my journey was connecting with the mountains and connecting with the nature here. And then I also used cannabis oil to fight cancer. And my book is about my experiences and my journey. And I was able to fight cancer, and I went into remission January of 2020. And I am doing holistic healing services now. And that's another reason why I'm here. So if you are interested in getting an astrology reading, a shamanic journey, receiving Reiki work, or would like to connect about learning about some of my other services, you can email me at kdoring0624@gmail.com, and I can take requests there. And you can also find me on Instagram at JANEDO and at Rocky Mountain High Priestess. I have enjoyed spending this time with you today, And I want to thank all of you for tuning in. I am so grateful for all of you. And I hope this video was helpful, and make sure to give it a like and subscribe to my channel if you did resonate with this YouTube video. And if not, it's okay. You can just let it go. Much love and many blessings.